Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Martin's Koi Pond. Well, what a week of weather that was. Up to 31 degrees. Pond temperature up to 24 at one point. And then today, Saturday, grey skies and rain. Oh well, fish are still happy. They just want feeding all the time. It's nuts. You have to restrain yourself really hard because I feed them from this flat stone here in the middle, and I know when they want feeding because they'll all congregate just here in front of it. It's mental how much they want. Don't know how many grams I put in yesterday. Probably too much. But I've had their breakfast. And I'm just doing my water changes on my aquariums in the house, which I'm going to show you a bit later, just so you can see the other side of my hobby. Nothing really to report on the pond. Everything's ticking over nicely. Water parameters are really good. Nitrates seem to be holding at 20, which is plenty manageable. And water clarity is unbelievable. And you can see the seam on the bottom there of the liner. It's nice how the pond pump has got a bit of green over it now, so you don't see that sort of bright blue ring that's on the top of it. So thought it was a bit of an eyesore before, but now it's sort of camouflaging itself into the pond. So enough waffling on. The next time you see me, we'll be talking about my 4 fish tanks. Catch you a bit later. So after my son filmed me watching the fish in the rain 2 weeks ago, here I find myself yet again watching my fish in the rain. And I've put my larger fishing shelter up, so it's got loads of room. Bowl of food ready there, and on this side of me I've got a table with a mug of coffee on, my iPad for watching other people's YouTube videos as they are coming out today. I've already watched Koi Diaries, Project Koi and Decoys videos, and even with the rain the fish are still staying on the top. So yeah, I am fairly koi obsessed, but I don't see it as a problem. There's a lot worse things to be obsessed and addicted about in this world. Anyway, next you should be seeing my fish tanks. I'm just waiting for the lights to come on. So as promised, here's my main tank. It's 6 foot by 2.5 foot deep by 20 inches wide with a sump. I originally bought it as a marine, brand new, as a marine fish only tank. I had butterfly fish and angelfish in it, but I just got fed up of the continued problems that you can get with marine fish. So I converted it to tropical. There's a right mix in here. The big fish is called Simon. I've had him 7 years now, grown him from a little baby to being the big male dominant fish that he is. There's some Oscars in here, a few Malawi cichlids, a red devil, some big tinfoil barbs and a really big pleco. So that's one tank. In the sun lounge now, get a lot of reflections in here, so it won't be the best. But this was another marine setup. used to be a coral reef tank, and I had lots of different tangs, clownfish, corals in it. The sump I've now converted into a tank. I got rid of the weir box, and the top is just a tank with no overflow now. In the bottom I've got loads of baby Malawi cichlids that I'm growing on, and in this tank I've got a pair of wolf cichlids, Parachromis dovi. They've got babies at the minute, as you can see. The male is a bit of a wuss, who's probably hiding behind the flower pot. There he comes. Supposed to be the most aggressive cichlid you can keep, but my one obviously didn't read the script, because he is just, well, he's not very brave, put it that way. So that's my wolf cichlids. And finally I've got a corner tank, and in here is a mixture of catfish, and just recently added 3 little electric blue acaras, which I'm hoping to grow on and get a pair out of the 3, and then hopefully have a bit of a breeding project with them. See one of the fancy plecos there under the bit of wood. So that's my aquariums. So the sun is now out, still Saturday. I've just took my son to work, hence the cover is on, and I thought before I took it off, I've not actually videoed any footage of the cover in situ. So this is how it kind of works. There's like the 2 lengths of wood at each end, or one length of wood at each end, and then the length of netting goes between them, and it overlaps the side of the pond on both sides. And when it's in the water, which it sort of drapes in the water in the middle, you can still get a fairly good view of the fish, but obviously they can't get to the surface. And to take it up, I just start rolling it from left to right, just rolling this piece of wood over and sort of reeling it all onto the piece of wood. So I'll do that now and then show you how it finishes. There you have it. So this piece is all rolled, net rolled over, and the other piece is still where it was. Now, something that just struck me while I was doing it, I was talking on the last video about water loss. Well, every time I roll this back, it's actually taking quite a fair bit of water out of the pond. So obviously contributing to my water loss. So it's not all evaporation. Some of it is me actually physically removing water. Anyway, that's enough of that. See you in a bit. Trying to get them to hand feed, but because I've just been putting my fishing shelter away, they've gone all a bit scaredy. No, they're not going to come up. Amazing, isn't it? They do it all the time, and then when you get the camera on them, they don't want to do it. Well, they're thinking of it. Here they come. So, that bit of feeding action pretty much finishes this week's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like it and please subscribe and ring the bell. Nearly up to 50 subscribers in about 4 or 5 weeks I've been doing this, so really pleased about that. And I'll catch you in the next one. Happy pond keeping.